Hi and welcome to another interesting lesson on this channel. In today's class, I'll be walking you through on how I was able to achieve this beautiful simple kimono blouse. So this is actually a long blouse. So the length, I'm marking the length there. And after the length of the material, I'm marking my neck width of 3.5 inches. So this is what I marked there. And I want to determine the length of the sleeve from the center back. This is where our sleeve will be ending. And the remaining material we'll be using to hem at the sleeve area, and there I'm coming down by 1.5 inches because I want to slope it a bit. So I'm connecting it to this neck line this way. This is the shoulder together with the sleeve. So for the back neck depth, I came down by 1.5 and I connected this way. So we'll be having a V-neck here. So I marked 8 inches for the neck, for the V-neck. This is 8 inches. We connect the line this way. So for our sleeve opening, I'm working with 10 inches. And we'll be needing 1/2 inch to join at the shoulder and 1 inch for sewing allowance. So what I marked there is actually 11.5. So for the width of this kimono, I used my hip measurement plus extra 2 inches because this is the wideness of the blouse. And there's nothing like shaping at the balls or the waist area. We just leave it straight. It's just like a T-boo-boo. So we mark the width of the blouse here. We connect it this way, like so. So this is for the width, and I'm making a slight curve there, so that point will not be sharp. I came in by 1 inch and I connect it this way at the sleeve area, like so. So this is all for the drafting, and we are cutting it out this way, following all the markings. This is how simple and easy this blouse is to make. So you cut it out. Want to separate the front from the back, so we'll be able to cut out the neckline for the front. We'll separate the front from the back and we cut out the front neckline. Just arrange the material very well this way so that you cut it out perfectly well. So this is me cutting the neck line for the front. So this is what we are having. This is it after we are done cutting. So next thing, we want to join the back shoulder and the front shoulder together. We'll be joining them together at the shoulder area this way. We'll go to our machine and join them together. So we want to change the neckline. I want to achieve something like this now. So we want to alter that initial neckline. I went in by 1 inch like this. So I'll connect the line and cut it out this way. So this is the neckline we'll be achieving this time around. I want to measure what we have there to enable us to cut the band for the neckline. So whatever we have there, we'll multiply it by 2 and add extra inches. We don't cut exactly what we have there. Whatever you have, you fold your tape into 2 and add extra 5 to 3 inches. So after sewing, you can cut out the excess. So this is what we are having now for our neck. So we'll be attaching a band to this. So these are the band I want to make use of. I want you to help me to make a choice. If you are to use the band, which one will you prefer? So is it the first one or the second one? This is the neckline where we want to attach this band. So which one will match? For me, I want to go for this one. And this is what I have here. I have 2.5 inches. And also the length plus extra inches. You can see it there. So we'll go to our machine now and attach this band to the neckline. Starting from the center back, we'll attach it round this way. So I'll go and attach it and come back and show you the finished look. So make sure you fold the band into two and notch the center this way. As well, notch the center of the back neckline on the blouse. You notch that place. I usually start sewing from the center back. So you start the sewing from the center back, start attaching the band from there. Sew it round. So this way, sew it round. Just be careful as you are doing it. Don't rush while doing this. So friends, if you know you are liking this video already, please consider to like, share and subscribe. It will really help this channel a lot. Oh, and I will really appreciate it. Thank you very much for that. So you sew to that place I cut and you stop there. I want to come down by half an inch. This is I'm marking half an inch, so I will be extending the sewing to that half an inch mark. I extended the sewing to the half an inch mark. I'm marking half an inch there. Extend the shoulder to that point. You back stitch this way. So you do the same thing at the other side. You can see that I extended it by half an inch from the place I cut initially. You can see, and I drew half an inch line there. So you also sew the other side and stop at the same point. That is it. You go to your machine and sew it round again, starting from the other side of the neckline. Get to that point, you still back stitch. So this is what we're having. You can see that the two end at the same place. So what we'll be doing next is to notch. We will notch getting to the sewing, that is to the place we ended the sewing. You notch to that point on both sides. So after notching, this is what you'll be having. You also notch there up to the point we stopped our sewing this way. So this is it. This will help it to relax very well. So what we'll be doing next is to turn it inside like this. You turn it inside this way and you give it a good press like so. You see how without pressing it, you can see that the thing is already lying flat. This is how to go about this type of neckline. So we iron it. Just give it a good press. And we'll flip it up this way. Just make sure you have it ironed properly. You flip it up. You can see there we also iron. Just to keep them in place, and we'll be running a stitch there. So before that, I just apply a little hemming gum to keep it in place. We run a stitch like this, straight. So this is it. This is the look we are having now. The next thing we want to do is to hem the sleeve. We'll hem it down this way using our hemming allowance. After that, we'll close up the side seam. So this is the finished look. This is, you can see it's lying very flat. You also weave that neck side. So this is our blouse. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you.